Now at 6, Freeman Health System decides it will no longer build a hospital in Southeast Kansas. We'll have the latest. Plus, authorities investigate a shooting incident from last night in Sarcoxie. And authorities respond to a serious crash in Jasper County that turns fatal.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Freeman Health System has decided not to build a new hospital in Southeast Kansas more than a year after the company officially broke ground. This is KOEM News. I'm Samantha Walker. The decision comes after Freeman launched a feasibility study for the project earlier this year. KOEM's Mitch Adams is live from the proposed location with the details. Mitch.
Yeah, Samantha, according to Freeman, the reason this hospital was supposed to be built was to fill a gap for healthcare services in our region. But at this time, the company says that that gap has already been filled, and it is changing the landscape of healthcare services in our region significantly. Freeman says the feasibility study considered multiple factors, including the impact of pending legislation, including the One Big Beautiful Bill, and evolving challenges in rural health care. Both of those variables contributed to the final decision not to continue with the hospital. In a statement, Frontenac's mayor says, "While we're disappointed, I want to be clear that this was not a reflection of Frontenac's infrastructure, readiness, or performance as a working partner," adding that the city was providing full support and cooperation throughout. Now, operations that are already taking place in Pittsburgh will continue to happen, including the revamping of the oncology department here at their location in Pittsburgh, as well as the new hospital that just opened last month over in Fort Scott. Reporting live in Crawford County, Mitch Adams. Back to you, Samantha.
Mitch, thanks. Police investigate a shooting in Sarcoxie that sent one man to the hospital last night. The incident happened just after 8 p.m. on Minor Street. Officers say the man was taken to the hospital before they arrived. His injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. Investigators say they have a suspect in custody and believe this was an isolated incident. That suspect, Corey Franklin of Sarcoxie, has been arrested and charged with felony assault in the first and felony armed criminal action. He is currently being held in the Jasper County Jail. A serious crash this morning in Jasper County turns fatal. Reports of the crash on Fur Road just east of Peace Church Avenue came in just before 6:45. Troopers say an eastbound car rear-ended a pickup waiting to turn onto a private drive. 2 people inside the car were rushed to an area hospital. Around 8:30, Carl Junction police announced the crash was fatal. Leona Ashlock of Galena died from her injuries. A 13-year-old boy suffered moderate injuries. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look at the weather.
And it turned out to be a fantastic Wednesday for us today. Mainly mid to upper 70s for highs. A chilly start. We're going to see that chilly start once again through the morning hours. Overnight lows down into the 50s over the next 2 nights. Not quite as chilly as what we had really during the morning hours. Upper 70s tomorrow, smidge warmer. We do have some rain chances on Friday, and then the 80s return as we head into the weekend. Not a whole bunch going on. Pretty much clear skies here across Central Plains. Let me walk you through time. I'm going to stop this. 6 o'clock in the morning, 56, 57 degrees. We are going to have some clouds. Could be a random sprinkle through the morning hours, but by the afternoon, we warm into the upper 70s. But we do have some rain chances trying to sneak in on Friday morning. So we're going to break this down for you here in just a bit.
Thanks, Doug. The Student Government Association at Pittsburgh State University is gearing up for their Fall into Service program. The program will provide volunteer services to the community and raise money for local organizations like the SEK Humane Society and the Lord's Dinner.
We are the voice of the students, and Pittsburgh community does a lot for us as students, so it is really, really important that we give back to the community just because we want to reciprocate that feeling of inclusion and those connections that our alum give us and just other people around the community.
Over 150 students are signed up to participate in the initiative, with over 10 organizations pledged to be a part of the efforts. The Independent Living Center in Joplin hosted its first ever eye care health fair. The event, organized by Southwest Missouri Vision Connections, highlighted eye disease prevention, healthy lifestyles, and resources available for those living with vision loss. Visitors could learn about healthy eating, get their blood pressure checked, and pick up information from local health providers.
Not just this region, I'll say period, but throughout the state of Missouri, we found out that a lot of us that are blind and visually impaired tend to be a little sedimentary. We're kind of don't do too much exercise. So I started doing the chair exercises to kind of get us moving a little bit. It's things that older people can do.
Attendees also had a chance to experience what it's like to navigate with limited vision through an interactive blind maze. October is World Blindness Awareness Month. New Lions meet the media. Sports director Ryan Blake has the latest faces on the MSSU's men's basketball team, ready to tip off the new season. That's coming up. But up first, looking for community resources in Humboldt, a partnership in the city forms to give folks the information they need.
From the Black and Gold of Missouri.
Community resources are always in need, and thanks to a partnership in Humboldt, folks have a new way to learn about what's offered. KOAM's Kenny Foreman takes us to the Cubs Community Center for the story.
Families in Humboldt interested in various services, they may no longer need to look far.
As we explore what needs to be in place for Humboldt to be a vibrant community, we need things like healthcare and mental health care and daycare, and we need education opportunities for people to be able to extend those.
The new Cubs Community Care Facility offers just that. Made possible thanks to a grant and partnerships, dozens of community members took in the ribbon cutting and were introduced to what the facility has to offer.
I've heard great reports from the community members about the excitement of being able to have different types of facilities available and having health care so close and being able to expand that.
Though the partnership between USD 258 and the Mental Health Center has already been well established, the hope is that the facility will help expand the center's outreach to even more students and families.
Those children who may be struggling and in need now have that ready access to the therapeutic support, the community-based support that can help them grow and develop and better focus on their education.
Another mission, building stronger connections with the families.
For every child that may be struggling, there's a family who may be in the background struggling as well, whether it's the parents, the siblings, extended family. So it's a connection opportunity whereby we can then early intervene, offer support, and help better educate.
In Humboldt, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
The grant is federally funded and was awarded to the center a year and a half ago. In addition to a partnership with the school district, the health center is also teaming up with Allen County Community College. Well, a little later, it's not just the men's team with some new faces. MSSU's women's basketball team also introduces some new Lions to the media. That's coming up.
And it's going to be another chilly night tonight, but warming up next few days. We'll look at that coming up.
Their camera footage of downtown Joplin sits atop the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex, home of Connect-A-Culture and Spivus Center for the Arts.
Well, it turned out to be a great Wednesday today. Temperatures fantastic across the region. Most of us 75, 76 degrees for afternoon highs. Chilly start this morning. We dipped all the way down. 53 was our official low, so it feels like October. It feels like fall across the region. Don't get used to it. 80s are going to be returning, especially as we head toward the weekend. All right, not a whole bunch going on out there. Pretty much clear skies. We're going to see pretty much clear skies as we go through the overnight hours tonight. In fact, the whole lower 48, not really anything going on. We are getting some weak little waves that are kind of rippling through, but besides that, pretty calm. We get a few clouds in here by morning. I think, again, 54, 55, 56 degrees to kick off your Thursday. There could be a random sprinkle or two as we go through the morning, and then partly sunny skies. Smidge warmer. It was 76 today, most likely 78 for a high temperature on your Thursday. Let me take you into Thursday night. Back down mid to upper 50s once again. Notice the rain just to our north, mainly tracking central Missouri, but we are close enough to it, we should at least get scattered showers, especially on the Missouri side. So the better chance Nevada, Lamar, Stockton, Springfield, Monette, Cassville, even Joplin, even Anderson, these dropping southeast. Here's about the noon hour on Friday, and then out of here just in time for high school football. High temps right around 80 degrees as we go into Friday afternoon. How much rain could we get? Well, it's going to be scattered, but the best chance to get some rain is going to be southwest Missouri, where maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/10 of an inch in spots. Day planner on your Thursday, 58 start, 72 by noon. High temp, 78 degrees during the afternoon. Let's jump ahead. 4-State Friday night. High school football looking pretty good. 75 at kickoff, 68 by the fourth quarter. So another great Friday night. Looking outside right now, great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam looking northeast right through downtown Joplin. Through the evening, 70s now, eventually 60s, eventually into the 50s later on tonight. Very comfortable, 72 in Nevada, 78 at Grand Lake, 72 in Chanute, and not a whole bunch going on. We don't have any big storm systems. You can see this ridge starting to develop, and we're getting weak little waves that kind of ride over that ridge, and that's why we have some chances to get a little bit of rain as we go into Friday. We may even get a sprinkle on Saturday, and then it heats up. Mid-80s Saturday afternoon. We're going to go higher. Upper 80s, maybe touching 90 in spots as we go into Sunday. We get a front, drops in on Monday, scattered showers, doesn't look heavy, doesn't look super widespread, but scattered showers. So here's Monday afternoon. Then we get another wave that tries to work in on Tuesday. So this is good news. We could use some rain. Drying out Tuesday, late Tuesday, and then as we go into late next week, rain chances back in once again. All right, let's go 78 on your Thursday, 82 Friday, 84 Saturday, 87 on Sunday, 80s all next week. I'm not happy about the 80s. I want some October temperatures. I am happy about some rain because I am bored out of my mind. There's nothing going on, so at least a little bit of rain is good to see.
Yeah, I mean, we win some, we lose some.
There you go.
We'll have to, just be grateful for the rain as we endure these 86s,
I agree.
that we see. Well, thanks so much, Doug. Well, still ahead, following MIAA basketball's media day on Monday, we heard from the Pitt State Gorillas men's and women's teams yesterday. When we return, we'll hear from Missouri Southern's men's and women's squads as they gear up for the season.
Seriously injured in an auto accident causes a lot of physical pain, and it can be upsetting and frustrating as well. Doctor visits, mounting medical bills.
Sign up for the Pittsburgh 150 Golf Tourney at pittsburgh150.com.
MIAA Basketball Media Day has come and gone, and that means basketball season is rapidly approaching. For the Missouri Southern Lions men's team, they enter this season motivated to get back to their winning ways. A key for the Lions this season is a trio of returning starters with Isaiah Atwater, Jaden Taylor, and Tyrone Wright Jr. back in the green and gold. After joining the program ahead of the 2024-25 year, this trio has taken on bigger roles on the court and as leaders as MSSU welcomes 8 newcomers to the roster.
Those guys were all new. That was the first Division II basketball those guys have played was last year. For them to get a year under their belt and just season and to play a MIAA schedule, that's huge for us. They've learned, they know what going to Northwest Missouri is like. They know what home games at MIAA is like. So they're only going to improve and they're only going to lead these guys. And I'm excited about that core. They've really taken that next step.
As the Lions gear up for the start of the season next month, their focus is on defense. After allowing the most points per game in the MIAA a year ago, head coach Sam McMahon says that this team needs to set the tone defensively, applying heavy pressure to their opponents.
We need to set the tone on the defensive end. We've got to, and our new guys will do that. And our returners, they got to get better as well. We've got to really take pride in that and getting one step at a time and being aggressive and causing more turnovers. That's a lot of different factors. We need to have more active hands, keeping the ball in front of us, more ball pressure, and our guys are committed to doing that.
Missouri Southern travels to Springfield for an exhibition against Missouri State on November 4th prior to their season opener on the 14th in the MIAA GAC Challenge at home against Arkansas Tech. The Lions women's basketball squad is coming off their 4th straight winning season a year ago. But as MSSU enters the 2025-26 season, a lot of faces will need to step up and take on key roles. The Lions only returned 2 players with experience from last season and have 0 seniors on the roster. With the need for fresh faces to play significant minutes, head coach Ronnie Ressel spoke about a few athletes that he expects to be key pieces in the rotation, including Nariah Clay and Ashlyn Alloway, who both sat out last year.
We had a couple kids sitting out. Nariah Clay, who sat out, we redshirted her last year from Morton Community College. I think she's a kid that's going to come in and really be productive for us. And Ashlyn Alloway, again, another transfer from Lincoln who sat out last year, was a third-team All-League her sophomore year. Is going to give us some really good minutes and do some very positive things. Then we got a couple JUCO kids I think that can do some positive things for us, and Nikki Lillard and Hattie Pyle from Frontenac that, you know, they just compete and they play hard.
I'm just excited to play. I've always been under the impression you never know how much you miss something until it's taken from you. So I'm just excited to play, get out there, be a role that I need to be, and just do whatever I need to do.
Similar to the Lions men's team, Missouri Southern's focus entering the season comes on the defensive end of the floor. Compared to a year ago, MSSU lacks size, but has a lot of speed. And that emphasis on defense can help the Lions get into transition, fast break opportunities to speed up the game's tempo.
That's going to be a big key for us is on the defensive side of the ball. Last year at times we struggled guarding, and I think this year is one that we've been making focus here in our preseason. One with our conditioning, because like I said, we want to get out and we want to play a little faster than we did last year, but the physicality as well. And then again, you got to be able to rebound. That's a matter of a mindset. You got to want to go rebound. You got to chase the ball.
Our defense needs to be a main focus, just because we don't have a whole lot of size like we did last year, so us just kind of pushing the ball up the floor. So offensively, that's probably our main goal. So maybe just outrun some people. So that comes a lot with what we do in practice and just kind of putting that work in early.
Lions open their season on November 14th as they travel to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a matchup against the Augustana Vikings. Sam, so far throughout these two teams, it seems like there's a lot of new on both sides, so some fans are going to have to get used to some new faces a little bit.
Yeah, but it's going to be, that kind of makes the season for me a little bit more exciting, is getting to really see who's going to grow, who's going to develop, because, you know, it's not as known. It's a little bit of unknown excitement there.
Exactly. That's the excitement of saying, hey, you know, there's a lot of excitement with new guys. Which ones are going to step up and kind of lead the way? No, I definitely agree with you.
Perfect. And, you know, we'll see how they do in future seasons as well.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Ryan. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
When seconds making a play, short's got to cover. A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person. Good hustle, good hustle. Communicate with your guys and make.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Coffeyville firefighters find a tasty way to promote Fire Prevention Week. Plus, as the federal government shutdown continues, farmers in the 4 states face an increasingly difficult situation. And we've got some expert advice on keeping your infants safe while they get a good sleep. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Regional high school students, listen up. Missouri Southern plans to host its annual High School Art Day. The series of workshops will take place on October 17th from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Students will have the opportunity for some hands-on learning and college-level art experiences designed to showcase and expose them to a variety of media, studios, and techniques. Attending students will also get a sneak peek at an upcoming exhibit. Registration is mandatory and spots are filled. First come, first served. Well, we're enjoying some fall-like temperatures, but just for now.
For now, yes. It's going to be another chilly, crisp night. We're going to drop back into the low to mid 50s once again. 78 tomorrow, so still nice. 82 on Friday, some morning showers, but we're going to push 90 again by Sunday.
That just feels wrong for October.
It does.
Well, Ryan, we have some exciting things happening in sports as well coming up.
Yes, this weekend, of course, Chiefs are back at home looking to bounce back. Pitt State at home for their homecoming game, and it's going to be hot, but it's going to be a good game. Pitt State looking for their 5th straight win.
And I just remind myself, the more we hear about basketball, the closer we are to some of these cooler temperatures, hopefully.
You would hope. I don't know anymore at this point.
Well, we'll see.
It's not scientific, no.
Fingers crossed, you know. Hope springs eternal. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.